In Japan, and welcome to another read along. Today we're reading along from Matthew chapter 24. Okay, and today once again, I was really busy today making certificates for my graduating 6th grade class, and so I have to do this video in obedience to the Lord, walking home. Okay, so also this chapter today in particular is quite an important one because it talks about what I believe and many other Christians believe to be this era, this time right now that we're talking about, okay? All right, so chapter 24, Matthew chapter 24 deals with the signs of the end, okay? The disciples asked Jesus, when will we know when you're returning, and when will we know when the end of days is? And this is what Jesus says to them, all right? Also, it talks about how he's going to come and whatnot. So listen carefully. It's a really important message. All right, so I'm going to try to read. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See you not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall be not left here one stone upon another that shall not be broken. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceives you. Notice that he says this very first, okay? The very first thing he answers is, Take heed that no one deceives you. So don't be deceived. Why does he say that? Because there's many deceivers in the world, and there's a deceiving spirit. It's called the Antichrist spirit. Okay. So it says in verse 5, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. There's that guy, the Australian guy that's saying that he's Jesus. And then there's that other guy, I don't know, Mexico or something, that claims he's Jesus, and he's making everybody get his mark, the 666 tattoo, believe it or not. Yeah. And so there's a lot of people saying that they're Jesus right now. There's a lot of false prophets. There's also a lot of people that not necessarily are false Christ, but they're false prophets, and they lead people astray, giving them candy-coated truth, okay? If you put a little sugarcoating, if you add a little truth to a lie, anybody will believe the lie. Okay, so anyway, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right now, last year we had the Arab Spring, and now we have the war, possibly in the Middle East, either between Syria and Israel, or Iran and Israel. Also, Russia and China are threatening to join in. Okay, and there's a lot of uprisings still in the Middle East. We had the Arab Spring last year, which is you'll hear these things in the end times, okay? See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. So these things must happen. Right? Yet not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes. Last year, we had 4 major earthquakes, all 188 days apart. The next predicted time is March 22nd. That's exactly 188 days from the last earthquake. Fiji, it was 7. Okay, so be on the lookout. All right, I went through the Japan quake. I'm glad I wasn't up north, in the tsunami. And I'm telling you, there's earthquakes happening, though, in places that they've never happened before, in the middle of the United States, in Washington, D.C. last August. I mean, just the strangest places now. I mean, before, there were very few earthquakes. I mean, they happened, but now it's like, what? How many a day? How many a week? I mean, countless now. Anyway, so, nation against nation. Iran against Israel, China and Russia against Israel, against the United States. The United States is over there in the Middle East right now. Got troops all over the place. We also got them in the South Pacific because of China. Okay? So nation against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. This is the spiritual kingdoms, like Islam and Christianity and Judaism. The three major religions of the world. These are the kingdoms. And now they're up against each other. The Christians are being persecuted, and the Islamic faith hates the Christians and the Jews. Okay. Alright. And pestilences. All kinds of plagues. All kinds of disease. Alright. Earthquakes and dire places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so we're not even... I mean, there's a lot more to come. And then they shall deliver you up to the sword, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Right now, there's Christians being persecuted and burned. Their children beheaded and burned. Okay, there's a guy in Iran right now. He may or may not have been hung because he did not want to deny his faith in Jesus Christ. He refused. And so they were going to hang him. I don't know if they did. There's conflicting reports coming in. Anyway. And then many shall be offended and shall betray one another. Yeah, there's a lot of betrayal. You gotta watch what you say now. You can't have your Bible at work or at school because somebody might turn you in. You can't wear your cross anymore because you'll offend somebody. They can change the Christian Bible